Ever wondered why the pyramids were built, or why the Mona Lisa smiles? Well folks, we're tackling a mystery bigger than that today. Why is sex such an overrated goal? Now don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm trying to rain on anyone's parade here. But consider this. You've got young folks, barely out of their teens, running after sex like a dog chasing its tail. It's all fun and games until you realize that, just like the dog, you're not really getting anywhere. Or perhaps you're more like the hamster on a wheel. You're putting in the effort, you're running like there's no tomorrow, but your scenery, it's not changing, my friend. So what's the deal? Why is an act as old as life itself still such a big deal? Is it the thrill of the chase, the promise of ecstasy, or is it just the biological urge to procreate? So remember, the next time you're running after sex like a squirrel chasing nuts, there might be more to life than just that. Ever had a meal you've been craving for ages and then felt completely disappointed after? Well, welcome to the post-coital disillusion, my friends. Imagine this, you've been dreaming about a perfect, juicy steak all week. You can almost taste it. Then you finally get your hands on it and it tastes like, well, like a rubber shoe sole. That, my friends, is the post-coital disillusion in a nutshell. It's the feeling of expecting a gourmet meal and ending up with a mouthful of disappointment. The hype around sex is like the build-up to a blockbuster movie. You've seen the trailers, you've read the reviews, you're expecting an Oscar-worthy performance, and then you end up with a B-grade flick that makes you question your life choices. It's like expecting a thrilling roller coaster ride and ending up on a merry-go-round. Or like ordering a large double-cheese pizza with extra toppings, only to be served a plain cold slice of bread. It's like expecting a grand symphony and getting a kazoo solo instead. And let's not forget the awkward silences that follow. The moment when you're both lying there, staring at the ceiling, wondering if it was supposed to be this underwhelming. The moment when you realize that the great mystery of life wasn't that mysterious after all. But here's the thing, this disillusionment, this feeling of disappointment, it's not your fault. It's not their fault either. It's just that the hype, the expectation, the build-up, it's all too much. It's like expecting a fireworks show and getting a sparkler. It's not bad, it's just different. So, don't beat yourself up over it. Don't let the post-coital disillusion get to you. It's just a part of the process. Like the credits rolling after a movie that was perhaps not as epic as you'd imagined, but hey, at least you got some popcorn out of it. So, the next time you're left feeling like you've been served a cold pizza when you expected a gourmet meal, remember it's just the post-coital disillusion talking. Sure, sex is great, but have you ever tried eating a whole tub of ice cream by yourself? Now that's a goal worth chasing. Seriously, who needs to chase after carnal pleasures when there's a universe of flavors waiting in your freezer? Mint chocolate chip, Rocky Road, cookie dough, the list goes on. And let's not forget the joy of binge-watching your favorite series. I mean, who needs a post-coital cigarette when you can have the thrill of finally figuring out who the killer is in your favorite murder mystery? Or the satisfaction of seeing your favorite character finally get their happy ending? And don't get me started on hobbies. Ever tried painting a masterpiece or mastering a musical instrument? Or even growing your own food in a garden? There's a certain satisfaction in these activities that a quick romp in the hay just can't compete with. So folks, let's not forget there are other goals in life that can be just as satisfying, if not more, like finally beating that difficult level on your favorite video game. So, what have we learned today, folks? That sex is as overrated as pineapple on pizza? That's right, we've demystified the great mystery of life. And it turned out to be as exciting as finding out the tooth fairy isn't real. We've also explored the post-coital disillusion, which, let's face it, is more disappointing than a soggy sandwich. And let's not forget the real goals in life, which are as varied as the toppings on a pizza, and definitely more exciting than a pepperoni-only option. We've discovered that life is not a one-size-fits-all, and certainly not all about the horizontal tango. In conclusion, if sex is the only mystery left in your life, you might need to get out more, or at least switch up your Netflix queue. Remember, there's more to life than just rubbing your genitals. Much more, like, have you tried cheese fries?